that there are 4 categories of people that I have selected to hear this sermon. And please check. If you don't fall into any, then this sermon is not for you. Those who are in the struggle to succeed, 1. Those who have given up the struggle because it's getting so tough and severe for them, that's the 2nd category. And those who are about to give up the struggle, the 3rd category. And those who have seen people give up. And so, if you're not in the struggle, or you're giving up the struggle, or you're about to give up the struggle, or you have seen people give up the struggle, then if you don't fall into any of these categories, then the sermon is not for you. But I do know we'll do a soul searching that we'll find out that it's either you are in the struggle to succeed. I haven't seen anybody who says, I'm trying to fail. Or those who have already given up over one problem or the other. You pray for 7 years. No, it does appear to you that God is sleeping. And he hasn't heard your prayers for 14 years. Something touched me. I met one special senior apostle, a very old man. The man is about 90 at Owerri. He called me and said to me that I'm still expecting a promise that God made to me in my lifetime that he said he's not going to, that he will do for me. And I believed him when he made that promise. And this man is 90 years. And he is still thinking of the promise God made to him, and he is over 90. And so he's still expecting. But some of us are 25, at 30, at 45, we lose hope. We say it's no longer possible. It can't happen. When am I going to drive a Jaguar? When am I going to drive in a limo? When I'm already 60. In fact, people now begin to say, have you not heard that? That life is too short. They say, enjoy, life is too short. But I do know your life and my life is not too short. Amen. So if at 90, a special senior apostle is still expecting the promise that God made, and he hasn't fulfilled, which obviously means that he's not thinking of death. And you had our mother in Israel here, who made a testimony and said somebody told her in 1967 that she's going to be a mother in Israel. And this year is 2010. I'm not a mathematician, but you can calculate how long, and people like Jennifer are here, who will just tell us how many years they are. You find out that it's donkey years from 1967 to today. There are 43 years. Yes. 43 good years for a promise that God made to come to pass. You then would know that God is not joking, that God is not a joker. If you listen to the testimony of our senior mother Gumbi here, and even our senior mother, our own homegrown senior mother as well, they all kowtow, they all fall in tandem to the fact that they have challenged God, they have faced God, they met God, and God met them at the point of their needs. It wasn't easy. It was a very turbulent thing for them. There's a brother, I don't know, okay, yeah, he's still here. He even recounted that the family he is from, is treacherous and wicked. And that it surprised him that God has kept him alive up to today. You listen to our prophetess, Buki here, It could be who also says suspended our appetite of what we're expecting to hear. It's all about challenges. And so if a Christian thinks that God will give you that same manner without your walking and without your being tested, then you need to start reading the scripture again. And this morning as well, our senior and our special, who I call elders, I'm not being intransigent here. I hear now we are called officers. But I do know that they are elders. And they did mention something during the Sunday school about blind Bartimaeus. And I'm going to take you across that line of reasoning. Therefore, the text of this sermon is going to be taken from the book according to Mark, the Gospel according to Mark. We're going to be relying on chapters 10 from verses 46 to 54. And then we're also going to be hearing the second text will be 2 Kings chapter 6. We'll do 24 to 33. Then we'll do chapter 7. But since we'll stay there for a very long time, usually my sermon is no more than 30 minutes, 35 at most, I expect that we'll run through this and get the message from that. I want to first of all to visit the story of this Bartimaeus. And then how it applies to us. You know my style. My style is we're all going to read together when we are there, so that everybody will follow, and it also makes it kind of a punishment for those who don't come to church with Bibles. So if you don't come, you will be peeping to see if you can peep from your brother. Unfortunately, I will ask people to be a little wicked now. Don't share your Bible, so that they will learn to come with theirs. And that's about this sermon anyway. Because God will put you through a particular situation before he brings you out. Remember one sermon I gave here? I said God breaks us to build us. And I called the topic of that sermon that they broke. But that's quite a different one here. I want us to then read Mark 10, 46 to 52. And if you're there, say, And then let's read. And they came to Jericho, and as he went up Jericho with his disciples, a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the wayside begging. And when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou Son of God, have mercy on me. And many charged him that he should hold his peace. For he cried the more a great deal, Thou Son of David, have mercy on me. And Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And when they called the blind man, saying unto him, Be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. And Jesus answered and said unto him, What wilt thou that I do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. Interesting. This man, according to the scripture, according to the account of Mark, said that he was blind. And that what he does is that at each point in time, he stays by the wayside begging. You might want to compare Bartimaeus With that man at the